Did you know that one silent mistake could be draining your energy, wrecking your confidence, and quietly destroying your performance after 60? Most men don't talk about it, but the decline in drive, vitality, and bedroom confidence is more common than you think. And it's not just aging. It's a combination of hidden habits, hormonal shifts, and daily choices that add up over time. But here's the good news: you can fight back. In this video, we're uncovering the real reasons behind the changes you're experiencing and giving you practical, natural strategies to reclaim your strength, confidence, and power. From hormone balancing and better sleep to emotional connection and muscle-building rituals, this is your full roadmap to restore what matters most. Stick around to the end, and don't forget to subscribe. Chapter 1: The Decline No One Talks About. As men age, subtle shifts in physical function, mood, and energy often go unspoken. There's a quiet, almost invisible erosion of confidence that begins in midlife and accelerates past 60. It doesn't announce itself with a loud crash. It whispers, slowly chipping away at self-assurance and drive. Many men chalk it up to the natural course of aging, never realizing that much of what they're experiencing can be addressed, reversed, or even prevented. The truth is, bedroom confidence isn't just about sexual performance. It's tied deeply to identity, vitality, and the ability to feel connected. The decline is multi-layered. It can start with lower energy during the day, less enthusiasm for things once enjoyed, or subtle shifts in physical response. Over time, these small changes pile up. Intimacy may start to feel like a chore rather than a joy. This leads to a spiral. Lowered desire results in fewer intimate moments, which then creates emotional distance and self-doubt. This cycle often starts in the body. Testosterone levels, which naturally decline after age 30, drop more rapidly after 60. That dip doesn't just impact libido. It affects mood, sleep, memory, and motivation. But it's not just about hormones. Circulation plays a massive role. Blood vessels become less elastic with age. Plaque buildup, reduced nitric oxide production, and inflammation all conspire to slow blood flow where you need it most. And there's a psychological component too. When you don't feel as strong, as vital, or as capable, your mindset shifts. You start expecting less from yourself. Maybe you stop making an effort, stop initiating, or avoid vulnerable moments. But what many men don't know is that this decline isn't final. It's not a sentence. It's a signal. Your body is telling you that it needs support, and with the right actions, you can turn things around. This chapter is about opening that conversation, about acknowledging the truth without shame. Because the first step toward reclaiming your confidence is realizing that you're not broken, you're just overdue for a reset. And that reset starts with understanding the real causes behind the changes you've noticed, which we'll explore in the next chapters. Chapter 2: The Silent Killer, Poor Blood Flow. Behind every confident moment in the bedroom is something most men overlook: strong, consistent blood flow. It might not be something you think about daily, but it quietly determines whether you feel energized, responsive, and alive. And after age 60, this single factor can make or break your performance, no matter how strong your desire is. Poor circulation is the true silent killer of vitality, and it's alarmingly common. The circulatory system carries oxygen, nutrients, and hormones to every part of your body, including the pelvic region. When that system starts to slow down or clog up, the effects ripple throughout your body. Erections, which are fundamentally vascular events, become less reliable. You might feel aroused mentally but struggle with the physical response. This disconnect isn't just frustrating. It chips away at confidence over time. Why does this happen? As we age, blood vessels naturally lose their flexibility. The inner lining of the arteries, called the endothelium, can become damaged by inflammation, oxidative stress, and poor lifestyle choices. This damage reduces the production of nitric oxide, a molecule essential for relaxing blood vessels and allowing them to widen. When nitric oxide is low, so is blood flow. And when blood flow is poor, even high testosterone can't compensate. Adding to the problem, Cholesterol can build up in the arteries, narrowing passageways and making it harder for blood to reach the areas it needs to. Over time, this leads to a slow decline in performance. It's not just about ED, it's about energy, stamina, and the ability to stay mentally and physically engaged in intimate moments. But here's the good news. Blood flow can be improved even at 60, 70, or beyond. It begins with lifestyle. Regular movement stimulates circulation. Certain foods like leafy greens and beets boost nitric oxide. Staying hydrated, reducing sugar and processed fats, and quitting smoking can dramatically change your vascular health. Even deep breathing and stress reduction play a role. Addressing blood flow is not just about performance in the bedroom. It's about restoring your confidence from the inside out. By improving your circulatory health, you're not just regaining a function, you're reclaiming a part of your identity. This chapter is your wake-up call to stop ignoring the signs and start strengthening your most vital system. Chapter 3: Hormonal Imbalance and Hidden Estrogen. As men enter their 60s, they often focus on one thing: testosterone. But what most don't realize is that estrogen plays a silent but powerful role in male vitality. Yes, men have estrogen too, and when the balance between testosterone and estrogen tips, it can have a profound effect on libido, energy, and overall well-being. The problem is that as testosterone decreases, estrogen often rises. This shift, called estrogen dominance, is more common than you think and can lead to symptoms that affect both body and mind. Estrogen dominance isn't something most men consider when they notice weight gain around their midsection or sudden changes in their mood or libido. However, it's often a hidden culprit. The liver, which is responsible for detoxifying estrogen, can become sluggish over time. Consuming alcohol, processed foods, and even exposure to certain environmental toxins can elevate estrogen levels in the body. The result is a hormonal imbalance that leads to a cascade of issues: increased belly fat, reduced muscle mass, fatigue, irritability, and of course, a diminished drive. But there's more to the story. The rise of estrogen can lead to a phenomenon known as aromatization, where excess testosterone is converted into estrogen. This process is amplified by factors like obesity and poor diet. It's a vicious cycle. Higher estrogen means lower testosterone, and lower testosterone leads to more estrogen production. It's a feedback loop that can feel impossible to break. Fortunately, there's a lot you can do to reset the balance. The first step is cutting down on environmental toxins. Opt for glass or stainless steel over plastic containers, avoid endocrine-disrupting chemicals in skincare, and reduce alcohol intake. Eating a diet rich in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts can help your liver detoxify excess estrogen. Moreover, adding healthy fats, lean proteins, and plenty of fiber can further support hormonal balance and help reduce estrogen dominance. Exercise is also key. Resistance training and high-intensity interval training, HIIT, help regulate hormone production, reduce fat, and improve muscle tone. Managing stress is critical too. High cortisol levels can exacerbate hormonal imbalances. By integrating these changes into your life, you can naturally lower excess estrogen, restore testosterone levels, and feel more vibrant, confident, and energized. This chapter should act as an eye-opener. Estrogen dominance might be sneaky, but it's not something you can ignore. By tackling it head-on, you can rebalance your hormones and reclaim your vitality, helping to restore bedroom confidence, energy, and a sense of well-being. Chapter 4: Stress, the Confidence Crusher. Stress is often brushed off as a mental state, just something you have to deal with. But for men over 60, chronic stress is more than an emotional burden. It's a biological disruptor. It seeps into every system in the body, quietly undermining energy, strength, and especially bedroom confidence. What seems like harmless worry or tension can trigger a hormonal cascade that depletes testosterone, increases fat storage, and damages blood flow. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that helps you respond to danger. But when cortisol stays high for too long, it interferes with the production of other hormones, including testosterone. High cortisol levels signal your body to conserve energy, not build muscle or engage in reproduction. Over time, this leads to fatigue, low libido, and a shrinking sense of vitality. Stress also has a direct impact on blood pressure and vascular function. Chronic anxiety constricts blood vessels, reducing circulation throughout the body. That includes the pelvic area, which relies on healthy blood flow for performance and sensitivity. In other words, stress doesn't just affect your mood, it physically blocks your ability to perform. Sleep is another casualty of stress. High cortisol levels at night interfere with deep, restorative rest. Since testosterone is primarily produced during sleep, this becomes a double hit: poor rest and poor hormone production. You wake up groggy, irritable, and unmotivated. And these feelings don't just disappear. They build up, compounding over days, weeks, and months. Even emotionally, stress creates distance in relationships. When you're mentally preoccupied or overwhelmed, you're less present, less affectionate, and more likely to retreat into isolation. This emotional withdrawal creates tension with your partner, which only fuels more stress and further undermines confidence. The good news is that stress is manageable. Mindfulness practices like meditation and deep breathing can calm the nervous system. Physical activity helps regulate cortisol. Spending time in nature, connecting with friends, and simplifying your schedule can all make a difference. You don't need to eliminate stress, you need to stop letting it control you. By actively managing stress, you can protect your hormones, improve circulation, and reignite your energy. This chapter is a reminder that your mental state is not separate from your physical performance, it's deeply connected. Regaining control of your stress is not just a mental health decision. It's a vital move toward restoring your power, confidence, and quality of life. Chapter 5: Diet and the Erosion of Vitality. Food is fuel, but after 60, it becomes something even more powerful. It's medicine, or it's poison. What you eat every day either supports your body's natural hormone production and blood flow, or it slowly erodes your energy, libido, and strength. The challenge is that most men don't realize their meals are holding them back. Processed foods, sugar, and refined carbs don't just affect your waistline, they impact your bedroom confidence too. One of the biggest culprits is sugar. Elevated blood sugar levels cause inflammation, damage blood vessels, and lower testosterone. Insulin resistance, common in men over 60, means the body struggles to use sugar effectively, storing more as fat, especially belly fat, which leads to more estrogen. It's a chain reaction that results in hormonal imbalance, sluggish circulation, and low desire. Refined carbs like white bread, pasta, and pastries do the same. They create energy crashes, mood swings, and increased cravings. Worse, they spike insulin, which directly suppresses testosterone production. Add to that the damage done by processed oils, high-sodium packaged meals, and chemical additives, and you've got a diet that's actively working against your vitality. But the good news is that every meal is a chance to rebuild. Whole foods, rich in fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats, can reverse years of damage. Leafy greens, berries, fatty fish like salmon, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and lean proteins all support hormone production and heart health. Beets and pomegranates improve nitric oxide, which enhances blood flow. Avocados and eggs provide healthy fats essential for testosterone synthesis. Hydration also matters. Dehydration thickens the blood and limits circulation, making everything slower, including your responsiveness. Drinking plenty of water, limiting alcohol, and cutting back on caffeine can help restore balance. Food is one of the few things you can control every day, and its impact is profound. When you clean up your diet, your energy returns, your body begins to shed excess fat, and your hormones find their balance. That translates directly to confidence, stamina, and performance. You don't need to follow a perfect diet, just a consistent one. A diet that feeds your body with what it truly needs can help you feel younger, more alive, and more in control. Chapter 6: The Role of Movement and Muscle. By the time you hit your 60s, your body starts sending stronger messages. Muscles feel tighter, joints ache a little more, and recovery takes longer. Many men begin to move less, and that's a mistake. Physical movement is more than just a way to stay fit. It's one of the most powerful tools to preserve testosterone levels, boost blood flow, reduce stress, and rebuild bedroom confidence. Movement is medicine. As testosterone levels decline with age, so does muscle mass. But it's not inevitable. In fact, strength training has been proven to naturally boost testosterone. It sends a signal to your body that you still need power, and your body responds. Resistance training, whether it's lifting weights, doing bodyweight exercises, or using resistance bands, helps you build lean mass, burn fat, and stimulate hormone production. Cardiovascular exercise plays a key role too. Brisk walking, swimming, cycling, or even dancing gets your heart pumping and your blood flowing. Healthy circulation means improved responsiveness and endurance. It's not just about what happens in the gym, it's about how you show up in your daily life and in moments of intimacy. And here's the deeper truth: movement fights inflammation. It improves insulin sensitivity. It releases endorphins that enhance mood. It strengthens the heart, sharpens the mind, and restores a sense of control over your own body. Exercise isn't just for your muscles, it's for your mind, your hormones, your heart, and your connection with your partner. For many men over 60, fear of injury or embarrassment keeps them from getting started. But the key is to begin small and stay consistent. Just 20 to 30 minutes a day can change everything. You don't need a gym membership. You need commitment. Walk every morning. Stretch in the evening. Lift light weights a few times a week. These simple habits add up to powerful transformation. Physical strength supports emotional confidence. When you move regularly, you stand taller, breathe deeper, and think more clearly. You show up more fully in your relationships. You feel capable and in control. This chapter is a reminder that you're never too old to rebuild your foundation. Your body still listens, and it's ready to respond. All it needs is your willingness to move. Chapter 7: Emotional Intimacy and Its Hidden Power. While most discussions around male performance focus on the physical, few acknowledge the role emotional intimacy plays, especially after 60. At this stage of life, the physical and emotional are more connected than ever. And when that emotional bond is missing or strained, it can quietly drain your confidence, dull your desire, and distance you from your partner. Emotional intimacy is about more than just talking. It's the feeling of being seen, heard, and accepted. It's knowing that your partner understands you, respects you, and still finds you attractive, even as the years pass. That emotional connection creates safety. And when you feel safe, your body relaxes. Performance anxiety fades. Desire returns. Chemistry rebuilds. Many men don't realize how much pressure they're carrying into the bedroom. Fear of failure, past disappointments, unspoken resentments. These emotional blocks create tension, which turns into physical blocks. The brain is your most powerful sexual organ, and when it's overwhelmed by stress or emotional disconnect, it won't allow the body to respond. After 60, relationships shift. Children are grown. Careers slow down or end. Couples spend more time together but don't always talk about how they feel, what they miss, or what they desire. This silence can lead to misunderstanding and emotional distance. But it can also be the beginning of something new, a deeper connection, a rediscovery. Rebuilding emotional intimacy doesn't require grand gestures. It starts with small acts of openness, honest conversations, shared laughter, simple touches, words of affirmation, exploring each other's needs without judgment. When both partners feel emotionally secure, physical intimacy flourishes. This chapter isn't about technique, it's about connection. If you felt distant from your partner, this is your invitation to bridge the gap. If you've hesitated to express what you really want or need, this is your permission to speak up. Emotional intimacy is the foundation upon which physical confidence is built, and it's never too late to strengthen it. When your emotional bond is strong, everything else becomes easier. You move together, communicate better, love deeper. This isn't just about rekindling romance, it's about reclaiming a piece of yourself that may have felt lost. Because at the heart of confidence, performance, and connection is the courage to be emotionally present. Chapter 8. Rebuilding confidence through daily rituals. Confidence isn't just something you have or don't have. It's something you build, one small choice at a time. And after 60, daily rituals become the anchors that shape your energy, mindset, and sense of self. They provide structure, clarity, and most importantly, momentum. If you've been feeling off track, disconnected, fatigued, or unsure, this chapter is your roadmap back. Rituals are not routines. Routines can feel dull and repetitive, but rituals are intentional acts that carry meaning. Starting your day with purpose, for example, sets the tone for how you move through the world. Whether it's a morning walk, a stretch session, a few deep breaths, or simply making your bed with pride, these small actions reinforce that you are in control. Confidence thrives on consistency. When you keep promises to yourself, even tiny ones, you begin to trust yourself again. That trust spills into how you interact with others. It changes how you speak, how you move, and how you respond in intimate moments. Confidence is visible, yes, but more importantly, it's felt. Evening rituals are just as important. Reflecting on the day, limiting screen time, practicing gratitude, or reading something inspiring can reset your nervous system and improve your sleep. And remember, quality sleep isn't a luxury, it's a requirement. It supports hormone production, emotional resilience, and physical recovery. The stronger your sleep habits, the sharper your edge. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. Begin with 1 or 2 meaningful rituals. Track how you feel. Let those small wins stack up. Over time, these micro decisions build a macro result: restored confidence, renewed energy, and a deeper connection with your purpose and your partner.